Okay, minasan, konnichiwa, Samurai Engineer desu. So in this live stream, we will take a look at the materials engineer study, which are a collection of department order from DPWH. This is your professor, Dr. AP. We will be studying different challenging questions. Okay? So this challenge question are actually from the document department orders. Okay, so but before that, let us somebody confirm that we have a clear sound check. Okay, thank you for confirming sound. Laila May. Okay, so thank you, Laila May. Shout out to you. Sana mag-aral ka mabuti. Okay, let's proceed. We are going to discuss different challenging question and prepare a small sheet of paper for your answer. Okay, so these are challenge question. This is not a quiz, but this is an activity. So activity meaning you have to submit something, and if you do not have a small sheet of paper in order to gather your answer, you can put your answer immediately on the comment section or the chat room during the live lecture. You can put in the actual answer. For example, when you want to answer for question number 12, then number 12, then put letter B for your answer, for example. Okay, well, that's how you can do it, as simple as that in the chat during live stream, and also after live stream, if you collect your answer, you can do it in whole at once using the comment box below. Okay, clear? So because there are questions here that we already gave this to you, so this is my time for those questions to be answered. So that's why you don't need to answer those. Only on those questions that we will give you for the first time, so you have to answer it right now. Okay, and then I will give you actually 1 week in order to answer those questions that you encounter for the first time. Okay, clear? Do we follow? Okay, let's start. So materials, engineer exam, your professor, Dr. AP Zantua. Let's start with question number 1. Question number 1. So what are the laboratory tests for steel bars? Okay. What are the laboratory tests for steel bars? Letter A, compressive. Letter B, bending. Letter C, bending. So there is a typo error there. So letter D, both B and C. So letter B is actually tensile. So I will change this. This is actually tensile. There is a typo error. So tensile, letter C, bending, letter D, both B and C. So we already used this question. So therefore, I will give the answer. So the answer is supposed to be letter D, both B and C. Both tensile and bending. Okay? And also, you can try to check your own answer and comment your score. Okay? So that you can follow the pages one by one. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Question number 2. Paint is composed of blank pigment and blank vehicles. Okay? Letter A, 21% pigment, 79% vehicle. Letter B, 81% pigment and 19% vehicle. Letter C, 79% pigment and 21% vehicle. Letter D, 19% pigment, 81% vehicle. Okay. So the answer to this is letter A, 21% pigment, 79% vehicle. Okay. So it is similar to the composition of air. Air is composed of 79% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. Okay? So pigment is the most important part of the paint. Okay? And oxygen is the most important part of the air. So they only compose 21%. Okay? So that is actually this one. As you can see, pigment is composed of smaller percentage rather than vehicle. Vehicle composed of about 80%. Okay? And then let's go to the number 3 challenge question. Non-liquid admixture is packed in how many kilograms per container? So using the non-liquid. Okay? So non-liquid admixture. So there are liquid and non-liquid type of admixture. We are talking of the admixture which is non-liquid. Okay? How many kilograms per container? Letter A, 20 kilograms. Letter B, 25 kilograms. Letter C, 15 kilograms. Letter D, 10 kilograms. So, powdered admixture is 25 kilograms per pack, per basket or per bag. Okay, per bag. Okay, next question. How about liquid admixture? It is packed in amount in liters per container. Okay? There are several sizes of packaging when we are dealing with liquid admixture. A, 4 liters. B, 20 liters. C, 50 liters. D, 200 liters. So the question is, liquid admixture is packed in the following amount in liters per container except one. So which one is the wrong answer? Okay? Which one is the amount per liter which is It's not the packaging. Okay, you will answer the amount in liters, which is not the packaging of liquid admixture. Okay, the answer to this is 50 liters. There is no 50 liters liquid admixture packaging. There are 4 liters, 20 liters, and 200 liters. Okay. So 200 liters is a small drum. Okay, small drum size of admixture. So 20 liters is about the pail, the conventional pail. Okay, so 4 liters about 1 gallon, more than 1 gallon of admixture. Then number 4, carbon fiber sheet full of bond strength in dry and wet shall have minimum concrete failure of. So carbon fiber is being used particularly in bridge. Okay, it is not being used in, for example, roads. It's being used in bridge application because the bridge usually fail due to overloading. For example, I think 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, there is another bridge in Bohol that collapsed. There's another collapsed bridge in Bohol. So last April, or I think March, there's another bridge that collapsed in Bohol, Clarin Bohol. So now another bridge in a different area collapsed in the same province of Bohol. Okay? Because of overloading, a 40 ton 20-wheeler truck use the bridge with the capacity of 20 tons only. Imagine 40 tons versus 20 tons. Okay? So, we use carbon fiber. And these are for what? For strengthening the bond of steel and concrete. Okay? Okay, so using the bond strength in dry and wet shall have minimum concrete failure of A, 0.5 megapascal, B, 1 megapascal, C, 1.5 megapascal, and D, 2 megapascal. So the minimum concrete failure is letter C, 1.5 megapascal. Okay. Question number 5. The application of what is this? Application of coal. The application of coal, tar, asphalt, sealer of a surface treatment. Okay, surface treatment on asphalt concrete pavement shall be from 21 to blank degrees Celsius. Okay, so what is the correct application? Temperature of coal, tar, asphalt, sealer. Sealer meaning it seals off the crack on the concrete pavement. So asphalt is being used to seal off the crack on the concrete pavements. What is the correct temperature? From 21 degrees to A, 25 degrees, B, 20 degrees, C, 35 degrees, D, 40 degrees. Okay? So the answer is 20 degrees. Okay, so question number 6. Non-shrink grout shall be, this is not gout, this is, I think, grout. Gout is a sickness or disease. Gout is a disease. Grout, I think this is grout. Okay? I think there's a typo error. This is grout. Grout looks like cement paste. Grout is a cement paste. Okay? Very special type of cement paste. Okay. Non-shrink grout shall be placed within blank minutes and will be discarded of unused within 20 minutes. Okay. Must be placed within blank minutes and will be discarded if unused. Another wrong sentence here, no? This is if. This is, I think, grout. You can confirm it if I am not correct. I think the correct word is grout rather than gout. Okay? Gout is a disease or sickness. No? So non-shrink grout shall be placed within blank minutes and will be discarded if unused within 20 minutes. Okay. If you unuse it and just leave it alone, so in 20 minutes, that is not going to give us the correct properties for use, okay, for application. So it is now waste. Okay. So you have to use the grout within some time. Okay. So letter A, 30 minutes. Letter B, 45 minutes. Letter C, 60 minutes. Letter D, 90 minutes. So the non-shrink grout, okay, shall be placed. So non-shrink, it is usually used for what? Sealing also. It can also, or for the tiles, for example, tiles. Okay. So in between the tiles, you are going to put in the grout. Okay. Between tiles. Okay. So within 60 minutes, the answer is 60 minutes, 1 hour. Within 1 hour, it must be placed, okay, and will be discarded if unused. Why it is 60 minutes and 20 minutes? 20 minutes is less than 60 minutes. Okay, so it must be used within 20 minutes. But why it is must be used 60 minutes, but unused within 20 minutes? Because you can what? Even if you are not using it, you can move it. You can move it. You can manipulate the grout so that it will not dry. So that it will not dry. It will retain its what? It's moist. Okay, so you have to move it even if you are not yet placing it on the correct location. Okay, as if you are using it, but in actual, you are just trying to prolong the time. Okay, you can do it. So 60 minutes, 1 hour. Okay. So number 7, cement mortar for stone masonry shall be used within blank minutes of preparation. So what about mortar? So grout is 60 minutes. What about mortar? It must be used within blank minutes of preparation. A, 30 minutes. B, 45 minutes. C, 90 minutes. D, C, 60 minutes. D, 90 minutes. Okay. The answer actually is 90 minutes. It is already in my head. That's why. So that is, the answer would be, so let me have 30 seconds for water. I would like to drink water. So 60 minutes, letter C, letter D, 90 minutes. The answer is letter D. Okay, let's continue. Number 8, cement mortar for curb in gutter. Curb. So curb, that is a place, that is a location in the road and highway system. The curb in gutter is on the side of the road. Okay. Those are the portion at the side of the road. There is a curb and gutter on the side. Okay. So, and when we have to create a curb and gutter on the side, we will use mortar. Okay. So here, number 7 is for stone masonry. This is for stone masonry. But here, this is for curb and gutter application. How many minutes preparation? After preparation, how many minutes? It must be used. Okay? 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes. So it must be used within 30 minutes. So for stone masonry, that is 90 minutes. For curb and gutter, that is 30 minutes. And for grout, that is 60 minutes. Okay? Okay? So next, question number 9. So we have shotcrete. Shotcrete shall be applied within blank of adding cement to the mixture. Within how many minutes of adding cement to the mixture? Okay? So, we must apply it. Okay? So, A, 30 minutes. B, 45 minutes. C, 60 minutes. D, 90 minutes. Okay? What do you think is the answer? So, the answer would be 45 minutes. Okay? So, shotcrete. 45 minutes for the shotcrete. Okay? So, next, question number 10. What is the ratio of mortar used for stone masonry by means of Portland cement is to sand? What is the ratio when you are going to use mortar for stone masonry? So, you have to mix. So, mortar is a mixture of cement and sand. Okay? What is the ratio? A, 1:1. B, 1:2. C, 1:3. D, 1.5:2. So, meaning 1.5 parts of cement, 2 parts of sand. Okay? So, letter A, that is 1 part of cement, 1 part of sand. So, equal amount. Okay? The answer for this is letter B, 1:2. 1 part of cement, 2 parts of sand for stone masonry. And you have what? And you have 60 minutes time for this to be applied. But if you unuse it for continuous 20 minutes, that is not allowed to be used again. Okay? Okay? Next, number 11. What is the ratio of, this is ratio, not ration. Okay? This is typo error. What is the ratio of mortar used for grouted? So this is correct. Spelling grout, not gout. Okay? Grouted riprap. So we want to use mortar to grout the riprap. So we are putting on the riprap. Okay? So ratio of what? Cement is to sand. Okay? For riprap. Okay? So previously, number 10, for stone masonry. Now, this is for riprap. Okay? So A, 1:1, B, 1:2, C, 1:3, and D, 1.5:2. So for riprap, the correct proportion is 1:3. 1 part cement, 3 parts sand. Okay? So for stone masonry, 1 part cement, 2 parts of sand. Okay? So next, number 12. What is the ratio used for cobblestone? Okay? Please verify what is the size of cobblestone. Cobblestone has a specific size in our geotechnical subject. Okay? Cobblestone or whetstone masonry has to water, cement, and sand. What is the correct ratio for cobblestone masonry? So cobblestone has a specific size of stone. It is a lot bigger than gravel. That is a lot bigger than gravel. Gravel is about 2 inches to 3 inches or 4 inches. Like that. Okay? But cobblestone is a lot bigger than gravel. So assignment, research on your geotechnical subject, what is the actual size of cobblestone. So for the ratio water is to cement is to sand, for cobblestone, the answer would be letter D. 1:2:6. So 1 part of water, 2 parts of cement, and 6 parts of sand. Okay? That is for mixture. Okay? For mixing whetstone masonry. Okay? Question number 13. Take note. You have to answer this challenge question for the first time. So you have to take note or answer it directly on the chat box below. Okay. Question number 13. I will not give the answer. What is the typical slurry ratio for lime stabilized? Okay, I will repeat. What is the typical slurry ratio for lime stabilized road mixed band course? It's too long. Okay. Lime stabilized road mixed band course. Okay. Course meaning mixture. Okay. Okay. What is the slurry ratio? Okay. For lime stabilized. So it is a road mix band course that is lime stabilized. Okay. So in terms of what? Lime is to water. Tons of lime is to cubic meter of water. What is the ratio? A 1:1, meaning 1 ton of lime, 1 cubic meter of water. Letter B, 1:2, 1 ton of lime, 2 cubic meter of water. Letter C, 1 ton of lime, 3 cubic meter of water. Letter D, 1.3 tons of lime. Actually, 1.5 tons of lime is to 2 cubic meter of water. Okay? What do you think is the ratio of lime to water? For what? Lime stabilized road mixed band course. Okay? So the course, the top of the pavement must be stabilized. Okay? What must be the ratio? Okay? So I will try to change the color of that so that, okay, so that I would remember that we already changed this. So we already changed this. Okay, so we already give this question. Okay. So number 14, so we already gave this question today. So please answer this. What is the minimum vertical load of the reflective pavement studs shall support during testing? What is the minimum vertical load? Okay, that the reflective pavement stud shall support during testing. Okay, during testing, there must be some load. Okay, so reflective pavement studs. Okay, A, 5 kilonewton, B, 10 kilonewton, C, 15 kilonewton, D, 20 kilonewton. And number 15. So, please answer this again. What is the test that determines the strength of concrete pipes? What do you call the test that determines the strength of concrete pipes? Pipe, we are using pipe, okay? So concrete pipes is used as what? The drain, okay? Rainwater. So rainwater system drain, okay? Canal or below or under the gutter or under the curb. That is the location of the usual location, or under the the walkway. Okay, under the pedestrian walkway. So that is the location of concrete pipes. Okay. So A, normal consistency. Okay. B, nuclear density gauge test. Letter C, two-edge bearing test. Okay. Letter D, three-edge bearing test. Okay. So we already have three questions for the day. What is the test that determines the strength of concrete pipes? A, normal consistency. B, nuclear density gauge test. C, two-edge bearing test. D, three-edge bearing test. So, okay, so next, question number 16. So, I will have to change the color of this. This is our fourth question for the day. What is the maximum layer thickness of each shotcrete application? Maximum layer thickness for each shotcrete application. Thickness. So shotcrete, you will shot it with machine, with a mechanized or mechanical equipment. Okay. So A, 30 mm, B, 20 mm, C, 40 mm, D, 50 mm. Okay. What is the maximum layer thickness? Okay. So next, question 17. Let us change the color. Okay. Question 17. What is the minimum and maximum temperature during the application of stone asphalt? What is the minimum and maximum temperature during the application of stone asphalt? A, 125 to 150 degrees Celsius. Letter B, 135 to 170 degrees Celsius. Letter C, 125 to 160 degrees Celsius. Okay. Letter D, 135 to 180 degrees Celsius. This is for the minimum and maximum temperature during the application of stone asphalt. Okay. That is our fifth question for the day. So let's have 1 minute break. Drinking water before we proceed with the next 5 questions. So while we are waiting for the next 5 questions, I will repeat showing, I will not read, but I will show you the question for the day. So I will also look at the chat box if there are questions. So there are answers. So let me proceed to the next. to the next set of another 5 questions. So I will change the color of this first. So number 18, what is the test collection for RC pipe compressive strength test? So I think there is an error. This is pipe compressive strength test, not comprehensive. Okay? So this is compressive, not comprehensive. So let us change this to correct this. Compressive. Compressive. Okay? Compressive strength test. Okay? So I think test collection, I will check if that is correct. Test collection. This is not test collection. This is, I think this is, what is the test collection? It doesn't make sense. I think this is test criterion. So criterion. What is the test criterion for RC pipe compressive strength test? What do you mean by RC? Reinforced concrete. Okay? So the test criterion for RC pipe compressive strength test, letter A, 0.01 mm crack, letter B, 0.2 mm crack, letter C, 0.3 mm crack, letter D, 0.4 mm crack. I think there is again another type of error, 0.01 mm. That is too small. I think this is 0.10 rather than 0.01. It doesn't make sense, no? Doesn't make sense. 0.10, not 0.01. So I think that is the correct choices. Okay, so let's go to the next. So you don't need to answer this. It was already given, therefore I will give the answer. Okay, so question number 19, grade designation of reinforcing steel bar is also called A, tensile strength, B, yield point, C, elongation, D, unit weight. What do you mean by that? For example, grade 40 rebars, grade 60 rebars. What that 60 represent? Or what 40 represent? That is A, tensile strength, B, yield point, C, elongation, D, unit weight. That is yield point. We already know that. I already lectured about that, okay, in our subject. So that is yield point. Okay, you have to answer this as question number 2 for the second batch of question. Okay, I will not give an answer. Challenge question number 20, what is the minimum penetration of the preservatives within the surface of timber piles? What is the minimum penetration of the preservatives within the surface of timber piles? A, 50 mm, B, 100 mm, D, C, 200 mm, and D, 250 mm. Okay, penetration of preservatives within the surface. Okay, so you have to what? Treat. So wood treatment. That is the wood treatment. Okay, answer this question number 20. Third question for the second batch. So, what is the minimum length of coconut used for bioengineering solutions?
fingers plus 5 fingers equals
Okay.
10 fingers.
Daddy's working. Daddy loves you. Okay. There's a baby talking to me. Okay. So again, what is the minimum length of coconut used for bioengineering solutions? A, 10 meters. B, 25 meters. C, 20 meters. And D, 15 meters. So minimum length of coconut for bioengineering solutions. So please answer that as the third question of the second batch. Okay. The fourth question. The fourth question. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So I think there is a typo error here. So okay, number 21 and 22, they are the same. So I think there is a typo error for 21 and 22. Okay, they must not be the same. So 21 is minimum length, 22 is minimum thickness. So referring to thickness. But look at the choices. Okay? They have the same choices. Letter A, 10 meters. Thickness cannot be 10 meters. That is mm. Okay? That is mm, not meters. Okay? So, I will change this to correct it. Edit. Let us edit this. This is mm. This must be A, 10 mm. B, 25 mm. C, 20 mm. D, 15 mm. We are looking for the minimum thickness. Okay? So, number 21 is correct with correct choices. Okay? So, whereas minimum length. Length is in terms of meters. Okay? But thickness in terms of millimeters. Okay? So, that is the fourth one. So, fifth question for the day. Okay. So, what is the diameter of the coconut coir fiber? Diameter of the coconut coir fiber materials in fabrication of coconut geonets in microns. By the way, what do we mean by coconut? Okay. Coconut are used in order for the land not to erode, to prevent erosion. Okay? We can see sometimes that there are roads, bridges, or roads and side of the roads that erodes. To prevent erosion, we have to put up nets, sometimes coconuts or fibers, okay, or steel wires, okay. So we are putting so they are putting up the most economical one, coconuts, the cheapest one. So geonets in micron. What is the diameter of the coconut coir fiber materials in fabrication of coconut geonets in microns? Okay. A, 12 to 14 microns. By the way, what do we mean by microns? Microns is equal to 10 to the negative 6 meters. Okay, that is what we mean by microns. Okay. Letter B, 11 to 14. Okay. Letter C, 10 to 14. Letter D, 9 to 14. Okay? So, let us have another 1-minute break. Okay? And review. This is the first one. So, let us drink water. Second question. And I will check if there are questions in the chat box. If there are no questions, so there are answers on the chat box. Okay? So do not say A or B. Include the question number. Question number 23, question number 24. How do I know if that is your answer for number 1 or number 2? Okay? Please include the number, the question number. Okay? As I already instructed you to do so. Okay? Please do it properly. Do not put the number 1, 2, 3. Question number 23, as you can see on the screen. We are now on question number 23. Okay. I am counting 1 to 5 because I would like us, all of us, to have a break time every 5 questions. That is the only purpose. That's why I only ask question every 5. That's why I am counting 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5. So we already finished 10. We already finished 10 questions for the day. Instead, you have to use the correct numbering for the questions. Okay? Okay, let us continue. So, continue with the next question, number 24. So, I already gave this to you, so I will answer this. So, as per specifications, what is the minimum diameter of the galvanized wire used for both gabions and mattress, which are variation of 10 mm? As per specification, what is the minimum diameter of galvanized wire used for both gabions and mattress, which are variation of 10 mm? Okay? Okay. What is the variation? So we are not asking for the diameter itself, but the variation, okay, in the size. Okay. Okay. So the answer for this is letter C, 2.2 mm. So gabion wires or mattress wires, they are also the same application of coconut. So for to protect soil from erosion, okay? To protect soil from erosion. Okay. So let us do the number 1 again for the third batch of questions. So, what is the thickness requirement for reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings? Markings meaning you will have to paint it on the paint or put it on or paste it or anything that would make it fixed on the pavement. So what is the thickness requirement for reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings? Okay. A, 3.2 to 4.5. B, 2.2 to 4.5. C, 3.2 to 4.8 mm, D 2.2 to 4.8 mm. Okay, I will not answer it. You have to answer it on our chat or later. So you have actually 1 week to do it. Okay. Question number 2 for this batch of question. Okay. What is the unit of measure for item? Okay. What is the unit of measure for item 609 sprigging? Okay. Sprigging. Item 609. The department order is issued in terms of item number. So there are item numbers. So item 1, 00 is actually chapter 1. Item 609 is actually on chapter 6. It is the section 9 of chapter number 6. That is item 609. Okay? That is how it is being issued as department order. Okay? So, what is the unit of measure for sprigging? Okay, letter A, 50 square meter, B, 75 square meter, C, 100 square meter, D, 150 square meter. Okay, so we are in terms of SI units in our country. So next number, what is the ratio of length to diameter? So length divided by diameter of the coconut coir fiber materials in fabrication of coconut geo nets. What is the ratio of length to diameter? Okay, of the coconut coir fiber materials in fabrication of coconut geo nets. Okay, so letter A, 25, letter B, 35, letter C, 30. Okay, we are actually looking for the ratio. Okay, letter D, 20. Okay, and next, what is the standard center to center spacing between trees along national roads? Okay, between trees along national. So there is a standard even up to that. So between trees along the national road, if we have the national road rather than provincial road, rather than regional road, rather than municipal road, national road, we have the standard center to center spacing of these trees. Okay, okay, so letter A, 10 to 15 meters spacing. Letter B, 10 to 20 meters. C, 15 to 20 meters. D, 10 to 25 meters. Center to center spacing between trees. Okay? And the fifth question for the third batch, number 29. What items consist of planting shade, flowering trees, and evergreen trees less than 150 mm diameter on the areas and arranged as planned? What item? We are looking at the item number according to the department order of DPWH. So what item number consists of planting shade, flowering trees, even flowering trees, planting shade? The trees is to prevent erosion, but also to provide shade. Okay, not only for erosion. So evergreen trees less than 150 mm diameter. those trees that are less than 150 mm diameter. So 150 mm diameter is 6 inches diameter tree. So 6 inches. Okay, so trees with this diameter or less than this, smaller trees than this. Okay. So for larger trees, we have another item. So for that, letter A is item 611, letter B item 610, letter C item 609, letter D item 620. Meaning, item 620 meaning chapter 6, section 20. Okay? Okay, that is for number 29. And that is the fifth question. So let us take a break again. Take a break. 1 minute break. So this is number 1. Okay. So let's again drink water. Okay, let us continue. Again, the fourth batch of question. We will again have 5 questions. Okay. So number 30. Oh no. Number 30. The fiber shall also be hygroscopic with moisture content of 10 to 12% at 65% humidity and blank at 95% relative humidity. Okay? The fiber shall also be hygroscopic with moisture content of 10 to 12% at 65% humidity and blank at 95% relative humidity. Okay? A, 22 to 55%. Letter B, 32 to 55%. Letter C, 22 to 65%. Okay. Letter D, 32 to 65%. So, let us put it here. So, number 31. What is the tensile strength of the plastic water stops? What is the tensile strength of plastic water stops? A, 10 megapascal. B, 9.6 megapascal. C, 15 megapascal. And D, 17 megapascal. What is the tensile strength of the plastic water stops? So next, number 32. What is the maximum water absorption of rubber water stop? So on the previous slide, we have what plastic, no? Plastic. We have plastic. Now we have rubber. So this is tensile strength of plastic water stops. What is the maximum water absorption of rubber water stop? If you are using rubber stop, what is the maximum water absorption? A, 2%, B, 5%, C, 7%, D, 10%. Okay? So, okay, next, number 33. Number 32. So, number 32, this is the water absorption percent. No? So, 2%, 5%, 7%, and 10%. Okay? So, question number 33. So, what is the standard height of reflectorized thermoplastic rubble strip? So, again, this is supposed to be rumble rather than rubble. Okay? This is rumble strip. So, what is the standard height of reflectorized thermoplastic rumble strips? Okay? A, 4 to 13 mm, B, 5 to 13 mm, C, 3.2 to 4.8 mm, D, 2.2 to 4.8 mm. So the answer for this is letter. We have to answer this because we already gave this. So the answer this is 4 to 13 mm. You have to answer this one. Okay. Next, number 34. So, number 34, reflective sheeting for chevron signs shall perform effectively for a minimum of blank years from date of publication and retain at least blank of its original brightness. So, these chevron signs are the what? The black and yellow signs that looks like arrow. So a series of signs like this, it looks like arrow. Okay, alternate black and yellow. Okay, as chevron signs. So that is effective for minimum of blank years from the date of publication and retain at least blank of percent of its original brightness. Okay, what is that answer? So the answer is A, 6 years, 60%, B, 7 years, 70%. So I think the answer is B, 7 years, 70%. Okay. So number 35. What is the minimum coating thickness of bituminous coated iron steel pipe for under drains? Okay. So steel pipe could be used for drainage system. Okay. So it must be installed under the ground. So steel pipe coated by bituminous material to prevent fast corrosion. So we need what? Minimum amount of coating thickness. So letter A, 0.25 mm, B, 0.50 mm, C, 0.75 mm, D, 0.8 mm. So the answer to this is 0.75 mm. So we need thicker coating of bituminous material. Okay? 0.75. So next, number 36. So what is the recommended length of road section where reflectorized rumble strips are to be installed? Okay. What is the recommended length of road section? Okay. What length of the road section must have rumble strips? Okay. So that is the question. A, 10 to 20 meters. B, 20 to 30 meters. C, 15 to 25 meters. D, 15 to 30 meters. The answer to this is 20 to 30 meters. Okay. Okay, the fourth question for this third batch. So, question number 37. Okay. Water reducing high range admixture. Water reducing high range admixture is what type of admixture? So, there are several types of admixture. A, type C, B, type D, C, type E, D, type F. Okay? So, the water reducing high range admixture is what type of admixture? A, type C, B, type D, C, type E, D, type F. Okay? So, this is the fifth question. So, after this, we will go into about 1 minute break. So, geotextile shall be spliced together only at a support post with a minimum blank overlap. So, there must be an overlap for the erosion resistance capability to be effective. Okay? So, geotextile shall be spliced. So, in our local dialect, dugtungan. Gaano yung overlap sa dugtungan? So, ganyan. May dugtungan sila. Okay? So, gaano yung overlap? Gaano yung length ng overlap? Okay? So, geotextiles shall be spliced together only at a support post with a minimum blank overlap. A, 250 mm overlap. B, 100 mm overlap. D, C, 50 mm overlap. And D, 150 mm overlap. Okay? What do you think is the minimum overlap for geotextile material splicing? Okay? Again, let's have a 1 minute break. Okay, again, let's drink some water. So one of the important tip that I could tell you, you have to prepare water for your consumption. Whenever you will take an exam, prepare water, prepare a chocolate, because chocolate is a very convenient form of food to gain energy. You need to gain energy faster. That is chocolate. Okay? So if you are using your brain, of course, you will use it during the exam. Any examination, it's better to take chocolate because it will give you energy faster. And water, in order to add sufficient amount of oxygen going to your body and actually some percentages will go to your brain. So sufficient, clean amount of oxygen passing to your brain will make your brain fresh and running smoothly. Okay? That is one of my tips. Okay? Whenever you would like to take an exam. So water and chocolate. Before exam, 1 to 2 hours before exam, you can take ample amount of banana. Okay? Banana. Okay, I will look up on the chat box. There are questions. So there are no questions. So let us proceed with the next set of 5 questions. Okay. Number 39. So this is about the reflectorized rumble strip again. So this is again supposed to be rumble strip. Okay. The pattern of reflectorized rumble strip shall finish within blank of any hazard it is associated with. We are putting on the rumble strip in order to alert the driver. We need to alert the driver. Okay? So by alerting the driver, it would reduce the amount of accident. Okay? So if the driver is so alert, the accident may not happen. Okay? So therefore, it is the function of the rumble strip. And why do we need the driver to be alert? Because there are part of the roads that are some sort of accident-prone area. So there are accident-prone area along the highway or along the roads. So in those specific regions, we need to put on the rumble strip over the road surface. Okay, so we have the reflectorized, not only rumble strip, but the rumble strip must be reflectorized so that the light, the headlight of the car will reflect back its light. So it additionally would alert the driver. Okay, so the pattern. Okay, so we're talking about the pattern of reflectorized rumble strip shall finish within what length of any hazard. Okay, so every rumble strip has an associated hazard area. Okay, A, so 250 meters. Okay, letter B, 100 meters. Letter C, 50 meters. Letter D, 150 meters. So the answer is 50 meters. Okay, 50 meters. So question number 1 for the fourth batch of question. Okay, which of the following is not a drilling slurry provided in the blue book? Which of the following is not a drilling slurry provided in the blue book? A, solvent. B, water. C, mineral. D, polymer. So which of the following is not a drilling slurry provided in the blue book? Okay. Next number 41. What is the minimum differential head that shall be obtained so that the hydrostatic pressure is greater inside the borehole to prevent entry of groundwater formation. Okay? What is the minimum differential head? Okay? That shall be obtained so that the hydrostatic pressure is greater inside the borehole to prevent entry of groundwater formation. Okay? Borehole. Okay? So we need to have the borehole static pressure so that groundwater could not form inside it. Okay? So prevent the entry of groundwater. So A, 2.5, B, 1, C, 0.5, D, 1.5. So this is in terms of megapascal. Okay? So the unit of pressure is megapascal in terms of SI unit. So department orders from DPWH uses SI units. Okay? So next is (42). So what is the maximum dimension tolerance criteria for geofoam? What is the maximum dimension tolerance criteria for geofoam? Okay. Letter A, plus minus 2.5%. B, plus minus 1%. C, plus minus 0.5%. D, plus minus 1.5%. Okay? So, again, what is the maximum dimension tolerance criteria for geofoam? Okay, performance or tolerance criteria. Okay? So, it is a very high tolerance, no? So actually, not very high tolerance, meaning I would like to say that it is a good tolerance criteria. It is what? It is so accurate, no? Only 2%, 0.5%, 1.5%, 1%, 2.5%. So it is very accurate. Take note. Okay? We are civil engineering, so our what error percent of what we are designing, what we are computing is so much. Okay? So C. And because of that, civil engineering, I would what? I would make some consideration, particularly for those students that are being considerate for their own good. Okay? If you are being considerate for your own good, meaning you are studying for your own future, not for me, okay? Not for my benefit, you are studying for your own self, but I am very encouraged as a teacher seeing students who are really serious in studying. I'm very encouraged. I'm very encouraged to see those students. Okay, I am an old school. I am old school. I am not a modern man. Okay, I am a conservative old school type of person. So if I saw students who are very much willing to study for their future, seriously, taking time, okay, for their own benefit and learning, okay, I'm glad. I am very encouraged to do the discussion, the teaching. Okay, so next number Question number 43. What is the maximum required thickness of the sand bedding of geofoam? So, sand bedding meaning before you attach or before you install geofoam material, you have first to prepare the soil by using sand bedding. So, use about 150 mm. Okay? Or 100 mm or 250 mm or 50 mm. So the question is, what is the maximum? I am not talking about the average. I am not talking about minimum. What is the maximum required thickness of sand bedding? Okay. So let us change the color of this. Change the color. So number 43 again. What is the maximum required thickness of sand bedding for geofoam? A. 250 mm. B. 100 mm. C. 50 mm. D. 150 mm. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. So last for this batch of question. This is not the one because we already talked about this one. So let us proceed to the next. Okay. Okay. This is the fifth question for this batch. So, question number 47. What is the maximum liquid limit for embankment? Look, geotechnical question. We know what is the meaning of liquid limit, LL. So in geotech, that is LL. Okay. So what is the maximum liquid limit for embankment? So we also know what is an embankment. What is liquid limit? So maximum liquid limit for embankment. Okay, we encounter this on geotech. Can somebody confirm? During our time, the old CHED CMO, we have Geotech 1 and Geotech 2. So right now, how many geotechnical subjects do you have? How many in your new CHED CMO? How many geotech subjects do you have in BS Civil Engineering? Anybody? Okay, I will look after you. Geology pa lang po. Okay, so geology. So, geology and geotech, they are not the same. They are not actually prerequisite from each other. I thought you already have geotech. So, geotech just need what? Mathematics as a prerequisite or chemistry? Chemistry and mathematics. That is, I think, the prerequisite of geotech. Okay? Not geology. Okay? So, geotechnical engineering 1. So, there is no geotechnical engineering 2. So, okay, so let us again, what is the maximum liquid limit for embankment? So 6, B 9. So this is in terms of percent. This means 6%, B 9%, C 12%, D 30%. Okay, that is what we mean by liquid limit. Okay, so that is the fifth. So let us have a 3 minutes break. 3 minutes break, why? Because after this, we will have a quiz. That's why we need 3 minutes. So we will have a quiz. So prepare a sheet of paper, a small sheet of paper, because the answer is supposed to be letter. You have to answer the letter of the correct answer. Only letter. Okay? Don't put anything. For example, you have to answer number 47, letter D. Do not answer number 47, letter D, 30. Do not include the 30. Only the letter, okay, of the correct answer. Okay? So, after this break, we will have a quiz. Okay? So, we'll have a quiz. So, please prepare for the quiz. So, we'll have last 2 minutes. Prepare ball pen, and I'm sure you will not do anything bad. You will not do the cheating and so on. I am confident that you would like to learn so much and not by cheating. Okay? A small paper, and after the quiz, you will have to what? You will have to as much as possible, you can screenshot the question so that I will do it faster. I will do the questions faster. You can screenshot every question so that you can return back to that question again. Because the deadline of submission is 8:30. 8:30. So I will give you so much time. Okay? So the deadline is 8:30, and you will have to post your answer to our GC. So take a photo of your answer and then post on the GC. So the time must be 8:30. So nobody will submit 8:31. 8:31, I will not grade those quiz submitted after 8:30. If you submit 8:31, there is a time stamp on the GC. Okay? So I'm sorry, but I will not give you more than 8:30. Okay? There is a specific instance in my experience. There are 2 students that is face-to-face lecture and face-to-face quiz before about 4 to 5 years ago. So I said, everybody pass your paper. I told everybody again and again. Then I said, if I able to get out of the room, I will not accept any papers. And then I was able to get out of the room. And then there are 2 students. There are 2 students who are running after me and saying, "Sir, this is our answer. and then I did not take their papers. I did not take the papers. So they get 0 on the final exam. Final exam. Okay? So I said, you have to follow instruction properly. And that is an history. And one of those person became an engineer, passed the board exam. One of those person. The other one did not pass the board exam. Okay? Take note. You have to be very careful in following instruction. I am very considerate. I am giving consideration so much, but I may not. I may be strict. Okay? You have to follow instruction. Okay? Okay? Because I don't want you to grow into your career not behaving properly, not behaving what is the professional way of behavior. Okay? Okay? Like I said, pass your paper, you have to pass your paper. If the time stamp on the GC is 8:31, I will not accept it. Okay? I will not grade it. So, I will give you time up to 8:30, then you have to pass your paper. Okay? Understood? Again, I will give you another minute to prepare. Afterwards, you have to think it over. You have to take a photo and then post it on our GC. Then, additional, because I will give you the time after that, after I give you all the question fast enough, we will all stop our live stream and we will all go to the Zoom. And during the time that you are thinking and answering the question, your Zoom must be video turned on. You must turn on your video. I would like to see your eyes during the quiz. Okay? I'd like to see your eyes. Turn on the Zoom. Okay? Until such time that you want to get out of the Zoom, meaning you already have an answer, then you have to post your answer, the photo of your answer on the GC. Okay? And then actually, if you post your answer on the GC, okay, way ahead, the other student would copy it. So I will only allow you have to post your answer 10 minutes before 8:30, so 8:20. So 8:20, the GC is open for posting of answer. And then we'll stop at 8:30. So 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes. Okay. Do not, or I think it is better, I will what? I will post, it's better, I will post a Google, I will post a Google form. I will post a Google form for your answer, as your answer sheet. So, okay, so I will do that. So instead of posting your answer, photo of your answer on the GC, I will instead post a Google form so that you can pass your answer. Okay. Okay. So let's start. Okay, get ready, start. Okay, clear. Everybody clear? So let's start our question number 1. Okay. So question number 1 is not that. So this is our question number 1. Question number 1. What is the maximum thickness of glass railing? A. 5 mm, B. 6 mm, C. 10 mm, D. 12 mm. What is the maximum thickness of glass railing? A. 5 mm, B. 6 mm, C. 10 mm, D. 12 mm. Number 45. What is the minimum required end lap for pre-painted metal sheets? A. 250 mm, B. 100 mm, C. 50 mm, D. 150 mm. What is the minimum required end lap for pre-painted metal sheets? So A. 250 mm, B. 100 mm, C. 50 mm, D. 150 mm. Number 46. The top layer of material buried shall be covered with at least blank of earth. A. 250 mm, B. 300 mm, C. 350 mm, D. 450 mm. The top layer of material buried shall be covered with at least blank of earth. A. 250 mm, B. 300 mm, C. 350 mm, D. 450 mm. Okay, so number 48. What is the surface irregularity tolerance for subgrade preparation? A. Negative 30 mm, B. Positive 20 mm, C. Positive 25 mm, letter D. Negative 20 mm. What is the surface irregularity tolerance for subgrade preparation? This is a layer of the road. A. Negative 30 mm, B. Positive 20 mm, C. Positive 25 mm, D. Negative 20 mm. And number 50. What is the unit of measurement of overhand? A. Square meter, B. Cubic meter, C. Cubic meter per meter, D. Cubic meter per kilometer. What is the unit of measurement for overhand? A. Square meter, B. Cubic meter, C. Cubic meter per meter, D. Cubic meter per kilometer. Okay, so that's all for the quiz. You would notice that these questions are colored in red, meaning I already gave it to you. That's why I can give it as an exam the second time around. Okay? So, you have plenty of time. The answer Google form will be open at our GC 8 at 8 what? There's no opening because I will post. Because nobody will see your answer. So, I will just post the Google form and then you must enter your answer not later than 8:30 p.m. So there is time stamp in the Google form. Okay, that's all. Any question? Again, there are no question. This is Dr. AP, preaching engineering for nation building. Okay, see you next week.